Lee Hogan here, VIP TV, down here at... I always forget where we are in Josh's. What area is this?
Garforth.
Garforth.
Posh area of Leeds.
I know how to get here now, because it's the Selby Road. It always used to make me laugh, because when he used to have to fight Lee Selby, and his gym was on Selby Road, but we're down here, and I'm really happy about that, because I know you've got a big fight with Ryan Walsh on the 27th of September. Is it Sheffield?
Yeah, Sheffield. I was meant to fight there last year, actually, but then obviously that was the fight where we lost on the day of. We actually weighed in and stuff. And
I remember
I
that.
didn't get to fight, so yeah, we're back again. We'll try again.
But I mean, how did this come about? Because I heard rumours. In fact, Ryan Walsh I really like, because he's one of the most regular guests on our Bell to Bell, which we have on our YouTube channel. And I think he's been on about maybe 5, 6, 7 times. And very, very knowledgeable kid. And he spoke that he's got a big fight coming up. He weren't sure what, but he said there's something in the pipeline. And then I'm looking on Instagram and I see the little weigh-in with the head-to-head with you two.
Him trying to bite my head off. I think that's what you see. For no reason.
No, he was. Because you said you were going to be the first man to stop him.
Actually, even though when we weren't fighting him, I respect the Walshes. They're
brilliant family.
Yeah, they're a proper boxing family, aren't they? And they're in it for the same reason as me. They love the sport and no other reason but that. But it seemed like he wanted to take my head off last time I seen him.
Well, you said you were talking and everything was brilliant, and then just at the press conference someone asked you how the fight was going to end, and you said you were going to stop him. Now, he's never been stopped in his, I think, 34 or 35 fights. He's never been stopped. And he's got a fantastic resume. You know, I think 7 defences he made of his British title. You know, never lost it. You know, he's a quality kid, and he's been there and he's been around for a long time, and he's been wrote off many occasions, but he still comes back all the time. And he knows this might be his last chance to get back up there.
Yeah, definitely, and I think he's so stubborn as a fighter as well, isn't he? And
I think he's stubborn as a person.
Yeah, I think that's going to be his downfall in this. I don't believe his brothers and that think he should be in the ring. I'm taking him 100% serious, because I know he trains all year round, he doesn't drink or anything like that, like myself, but no matter how you are and what as a person, age does catch up with you. I don't care what you say.
Well, what is he, 37 or 38 now?
I think he's 38.
Yeah.
And if you've lived a life, you've done this, that, there's age limits for reasons.
Yeah.
And age catches up with you no matter what. And I'm expecting a very good version of Ryan Walsh. Whether it's going to be the best or not, we're yet to see. But you're going to see the best version of myself.
Yeah, well, I hope so, mate. I like it when we see the best version. I can't remember his name now. The kid when you won the title. It was Sheffield. What's his name now? Hamza Gaz. And that was something where you showcased every different style, you know, because people just think that you're a brawler.
Yeah,
but you can actually
Ryan
box
himself
really well.
Will probably look back. You look back at my early days in my amateur. I was a counter boxer at most of my amateur career, and I'd won titles just counter boxing. And then when I turned senior, I started getting on the front foot more and had success at that. I can box when I need to, but everyone knows I just like to have a fight.
This is what excites me about the fight, though, because so does he, doesn't he? So I think it's going to be a real crowd pleaser.
Yeah.
Saying that, most of your fights are crowd pleasers anyway. It's just the nature and the way that you fight. I think we're all in for a treat, aren't we?
Yeah, I don't think Ryan actually believes that I'm going to give him a fight. And I don't care what you are. I think deep down, his trainers and that know that we will. They're very, very respected as trainers, as a family, as a boxing fans. They know if someone likes to fight, sooner or later in that fight, they're going to fight. And I've said I'm going to fight, and believe me, I'm going to fight.
Well, that what I was watching today was, because he was moving out with a kid I know really well. He made his debut on one of our shows, Andreas Kikleski. Did I pronounce it right? I bet you can't pronounce it, can you? He's a lovely kid. He's a Greek Albanian, and he's just come back off holiday and he's come down here to help you out. And that was a fun 6 rounds to watch, because I think you were just working on, because he's naturally bigger than you, the kid, isn't he? So you were just making sure that whatever Ryan Walsh brings, you can deal with it.
100%. I mean, I think it's hard to get Ryan Walsh's stature. is very short but very broad, and it's hard to get that. So we're having to move up weights, just as we did for the Cully fight. We had to move up to like middle weights and stuff like that to get the sparring, and we're having to do that for Ryan, but in a different way.
What have we got? I think it's 4 weeks. Is it on Saturday or 3 weeks Saturday? 4 weeks Saturday.
5 weeks.
5 weeks.
5 weeks
Friday. Sorry,
yeah.
Friday. It's a Friday,
Yeah.
isn't it?
Yeah.
Friday fight. And it's on the GBM show, which is, you know, it seems to be a regular on them now.
Yeah, they've actually signed me now, haven't they? So we've done a free fight deal with them, and I'm excited about it.
Is this show going to be on DAZN? Because they've signed a deal with DAZN as well, haven't they?
So this will be shown on DAZN as well. Yeah. So.
Woo. Yeah. and what is there? Is there a title on the line for this fight?
Yeah, there's a WBO Global
Right.
Title on the line. So yeah, it'll get us back up there with the rankings and stuff. We obviously lost the ranking with the WBA when Cully robbed me of my belt. But
Do you still feel that? Because I know it was very close. I've still not seen the fight. I think we had a show on the same night, and I've not managed to catch up with it. But the rumours that I got back was it was a close fight, but you should have won.
yeah, definitely. And I'm not dwelling on that because I've got a big task in front of me, and I'm expecting Ryan Walsh to give me a much harder fight than what Gary Cully did, and that's the gospel truth from me. I believe Ryan Walsh is going to give me an harder fight than him.
You picked him though, didn't you? Because you were given a choice of a few fighters, and you felt that he was the hardest out of the choice that you were given.
I told Ryan this myself. We got given five names, and genuinely Ryan Walsh was by far, and I'm not just saying by a couple of fights or by this title or that title. He was by far the much established fighter out of more.
Yeah.
Let's be right. Ryan Walsh has only ever lost to 3 world champions and someone else who won a European title. It's a fact. It's there on paper, and I've chose him out of that 5. And that's because I want to test myself and
make sure you're ready for what comes.
Yeah.
If you get the win in this fight.
Yeah, definitely.
And it's your coming of age fight, mate, as well. Your 21st fight.
Yeah. I'm going into my 20s now, so.
Is it all going well? Because we've spoken about it many times, but we always said about bad luck, and you had loads of it. You know what I mean? Fights pulling out, fights falling through, little injuries, this and that. It just nothing ever runs smooth for you.
Yeah.
But it seems to, even though we've had the loss in between, it has seemed to be going really well.
Yeah,
you seem to be, the more active you are, the better you're getting.
Yeah, definitely. And I were exactly the same. In my amateur career, more active I was, the better wins I were getting more and more. My professional career was going great right up to getting ordered to fight for the British title, and since then we were actually against Ryan Walsh. He held me up for quite a while.
Yes, yeah, it's true. Yeah.
And then he had to got stripped of his title. Then it was Jordan Gill. He wouldn't fight, so then it was Lee Wood. Then he chinned me. Then I moved up weight. Then we're having fights falling through after one another. And like, we had a couple of years where it was just literally fight after
You were
fight.
thinking seriously of giving it up, weren't you?
I said straight after before the Ahmed Gaz fight, I said to Sean the year before, if in 12 months' time I've not progressed in my career, like move further with the rankings or whatever, I'm just going to call it a day. Literally right end of the year, we got the Ahmed Gaz fight, and then that dropped off right end of the year. But then like, we'd heard rumours, look, it's going to get put back on, but it's looking like it's going to be February. So I hung about a little bit longer, and we got that fight, and then we were sort of away then, but then I had another couple of fights where they just fell through last minute. One of them I still managed to fight, but it wasn't the opponent we wanted, and the other one was the day of the fight. So.
But do you feel, because this is going to be what, your 3rd fight now, or is it your 4th fight at the higher weight?
I'm not too sure, you know.
But do you feel comfortable like this?
Yeah.
I remember always meeting you, the week before fight week, and you were a grumpy little sod, and you really peeved. But I remember speaking to you before your last fight, and you was happy. You were happy because. Do you think you should have done this a while ago?
Yeah, definitely.
Because Sean always believed you should.
Yeah. But we're at a stage where when I were ordered to fight for the British title, I could make 9 stone comfortable. But then by the time I actually fought for the title, with the lockdown and stuff like that, it was nearly 2 years had passed, and I didn't want to give that position up. But then when we moved up to lightweight, I said to Sean, it was me, I said, look, I'd like a couple of fights just to bed in up the sort of weight. So then we got big opportunities more or less straight away, and we've jumped at them straight away. But yeah, probably if you give me a full camp, I'm not saying that I couldn't make super feather, but I'm not happy down at that weight. I'd much prefer being at this weight.
Yeah,
I can enjoy my
what
training.
you tell, because like you say, Andrews is naturally a bigger kid there, but you didn't look small in there to him. I'm really tough here. I expect, if everything goes well on the night, and listen, I know I'm team VIP, but it is an if. It's an if.
Yeah,
It's not a guaranteed one, and you chose this. But if you do come through this, it's going to give you great confidence moving forward.
Yeah,
and I
definitely.
presume 2025 is a year where all those big titles and maybe even world titles come your way.
Yeah, listen, there's only one name I'm going to be calling out after this, and I want the rematch, but I'm not speaking about
Oh, Mr. Cully, we've got to get this one out of the way first.
Yeah, we've got to get this one out of the way.
Listen, good luck with the rest of camp. I know it's a while off yet, but hopefully we will catch up with you before then and find out the rest of camp. But from what I've seen today, it's gone really well, and hopefully the rest of the camp does.
Cheers, mate.
Ryan, everybody, take care, mate. Bye.
Cheers.
Ryan, thanks. Freudian slip. See you later, mate.
For all boxing info, news and latest interviews, amateur and pro, across the north, click and subscribe. VIP Boxing Promotions. Also Twitter, Instagram and Facebook.